Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Once again, it is Sovereign Saturday. A sovereign man has leverage over how he makes money. This is very important. Now, it's obvious when I'm talking about having your own business, but let's just be real. Even as an entrepreneur, you might have to work a day job. You might have to get a part-time job. You got to do a lot. You still might have to work for someone. And then again, some people just have a career where it requires them to work in someone's organization, work for someone else. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. If that's your calling, whatever you want to do, it needs to be your calling. But you still want to have leverage over that. See, you don't want to be somebody really on some job and they can just get rid of you at a moment's notice. First of all, you want any job you work on, you want to make it so that if they're talking about layoffs, restructuring, whatever, they're not thinking about you. That's the important thing. You want to be that person, shoot, you the last person they want to leave. See, you want to develop your skills, your talents, everything. So even if you're working for someone else, you have leverage. And see, you have that by having the skills, having the talents. You bringing something to them. Shoot, they need to be giving you a bonus or something to get there. And even if you don't have maybe the skills, or when you first start off, it could be a job that, you know, you really just learning some stuff about. Okay, you still want to have that work ethic to the point they want to give you raises. You want to have that work ethic to the point they want to promote you quickly. They see some talent. They want to put you on the fast track. That's how you want to be. You want to be that MVP on your job. You want to go the extra mile. You want to be that person on the job that knows about every little job. That's very important. That's very important. I always joke that I've worked on 1,000 jobs. I worked on a lot of them. But one of the things I would do is I would not only go the extra mile, but learn a little bit extra. I would learn stuff that's not necessarily in my job. That way, if something comes up, I could take it over right then. But that's leverage. See, you want to have leverage over how you make money, because let's be real. You can't really be too sovereign out here without money. Yeah, you can have power within you. You can have that drive, but you still got to pay your bills. And money is a tool. Money is a tool. Money isn't everything, but it's up there with oxygen. If you want to be a sovereign man, you have to make some money, but you have to have some control, some leverage over it. When you go in for interviews, you got to be at that place where you interviewing them. You ain't going in thinking, oh, I wish I get this job, wish I get this job. You want to develop your talents, your skills, what you bringing to the table, to the point you coming in and just you gracing them with your presence. You want to get to the point, shoot, you got multiple options. That way you look at them and they have to take you in. They have to give you what you want for a salary, or however, even if it's a way hourly job, you want them to pay you a little bit higher. Let me share a story. On one of my 1,000 jobs, I worked at this retail place, right? Department store. And it was actually a very good day job. But at the time when I first started, I started part-time. I started part-time on that job because I had another job. It was an office job. And when I started there, I was just doing, in the first couple of days, I was just doing so good, picking up on stuff, showing my talent. They wanted me for more hours. I was like, well, y'all paying me minimum wage. These people paying me this. And, you know, that's full time. So I went into human resources. I was like, hey, y'all want me for more? Y'all got to pay me more money. Only was at minimum wage for 2 weeks. They gave me a raise right away because I said, well, I need a reason to leave this other job. They had to give me more money. But you got to be in that position where you can negotiate your presence there. And you have to become so valuable that no matter what's going on, restructuring, layoffs, whatever, they'll find something for you. Because even on some retail jobs or manual labor jobs, whatever, they'll find something for the people who are valuable. And see, and you know, it's obvious with business. You want to make yourself, your business so good. Shoot, you got a waiting list. People trying to give you money. People are hiring you. People are referring you. You want to have that control, especially in business, because in business, shoot, you gotta hunt every day. You have to eat every day. That's how you have to look at it. You can't sit back and think, well, I'll be lucky if somebody come to me. No, you got to do such a great job. They referring you. You got to do such a great job. People coming to look for you. And then such a great job, you getting repeat customers. But you have to be good at what you're doing, you know? And you got to have that leverage. That money coming in, you got to be in a position where even if you have to cooperate with someone, you're still doing it from a place of power because you bring in such good skills. And to even get to that point, you have to develop your skills. You have to work at it. And even if you start a job, you've never done that type of work before, you have to be so good with it. Shoot, they see it. When I was on that particular retail job, first of all, they had me doing something I didn't apply for. I was just applying for a part-time job. Just a simple part-time job. They had me doing something else. And I was just like, okay, all right. And I just did it. And they were like, oh, we need you here a little bit more. Yeah, I need to pay me more money. It's just that simple. And I've done that on different jobs. And I've seen other people do that. I've been on jobs where somebody would just start off, like just get hired, then all of a sudden they're a manager in like a few weeks. I've seen that. But what did they do? They showed their talent. They showed their skill. That's the important thing. Look, as a sovereign man, you got to have that skill. You got to have that work ethic. You got to show it because as a man, a man, he needs to stay busy. He needs to have a job, a job. Just go with it. I'm a brother man fan from the 5th floor. But you got to have that. You got to have that. You can't just go in and just say, oh, you know, I hope I get something, and then do some bullshit work. One of the biggest things is if you're going to work for somebody, even if you don't like that job, they paying you for some service, you give them 110%. Even if you don't like the job, you go extra because you never know where it can take you. And plus the skills you learn there can transfer to something else. Because, look, I'll use the example. I'll use a retail example. I can already set up like a whole retail operation right now if I chose to go that direction. So you also learn something. Because while you're on any job, I don't care what it is, learn what they're doing. You never know when it'll come in handy. So here's the thing. You got leverage. You want to have leverage over how you make your money. You want to make that money because really that's your tool for maintaining your sovereignty. Yes, there's other stuff you want to do, but that's your tool. Those are your weapons. You can do as you please. All right? So that's it for right now. Keep rising to become the sovereign man that you are meant to be. Peace and blessings, everyone.